same, man.
I stay myself, I never change, yeah. Dirty soul that treat me like a stain, yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, two teams coming in feeling good about how their last game went and want to continue with another win here today. It's the Chiefs going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Minnesota Vikings. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Cook able to escape. Whoosh. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Linval Joseph with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here we go, a 2nd and 7. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go. Let's go.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Elliott trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way.
Here we go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And tough starting field position here. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. They run it again with Cook. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Big hold to the 30. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Nifty move. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, how you managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Handoff comes to Cook. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
On second down, Cook. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Cook following the penalty. Open space inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll run with Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They'll run for it with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third and goal for Bridgewater. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Forbath will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run. And while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
No. Check. Patriot.
Mahomes to throw on second down. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Fancy footwork at the 45. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, Bridgewater. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. They find some open field here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot. What's in there, Barney?
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go now.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Mahomes going to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll be knocked down sideways. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even go into fake punt formation. This is like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and very short here, less than a yard.
No. Check. Patriot. Watching now, Barney.
The give is to Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here we go. Watching now, Barney. Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Here's Shane Leckler now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, it's a wobbler here. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Let's go. Tiger. Let's go. Wait,
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Let's go. Blue 58.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Tiger. Set. Wait. Got three. Fours.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Watch it now, Barney. Set. 3-19.
Mahomes now to throw. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
Okay, my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Calvin Pryor. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
A toss to Cook. Space to run past the 20. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Put this one in the hands of Randall Cobb. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Let's go. 180. Force. Let's go.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go.
Now Cook running right, and he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Again, it's Cook. And some space here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Again, this is Cook. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now Cook, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. Here's Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Detroit! All right, here we go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
His throw incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team is playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who have scored to extend their lead. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They start the drive with Cook. Fights loose. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a run with Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Bridgewater to throw it. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football. This D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone, escaping the pressure right. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Play clock winding down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down.
Here we go now. Gun.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's go. Wait, Nancy.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Check.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. 67 yards. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Caught here by Conley. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tuck it and run. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Now, that was a good job by the defense swarming to the football. And you know it's no cinch that you're going to be able to get the ball into the end zone against them. They're number 2 against the run. So what's an offensive coordinator to do? Check your playlist.
The Chiefs on third down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. 1st and goal. Defense with their backs against the wall. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Third and goal now. The defense looking to hold serve again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The play clock's running down. They run for it with Hunt, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Let's go. Wide Eddie. Force. Dagger.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They go back to Murray on 1st down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 4-6 defense, they were daring him to run the football. They ran it. A little football 101. Take us through what the 4-6 defense is, Charles.
So what you're trying to do with your big defensive front is cover the interior offensive lineman, the center, and the two guards, and make it difficult if you even want to think about running the ball inside. If you can control them, that allows the linebackers and the safeties to run free and get to the ball carriers. And that play worked really well. No gain.
The Vikings on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They run it with McKinnon. And some room to work. And now running right. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play, and pretty